ordinary consumers. Yes, Uday.
All right, we're getting more breaking news, in fact, now coming in, with many wondering what might get cheaper under the new rate. Sources tell us that items currently taxed at 12%, including condensed milk, dried fruits, frozen vegetables, sausages, pasta, jams, namkeens, including bhujiya, tooth powder, feeding bottles, carpets, umbrellas, bicycles, utensils, furniture, pencils, handbags made of jute or cotton, and footwear under 1,000 rupees could see rates drop to 5% GST, making them more affordable. Which are the items which could come under the lowest tax slab, Arzu?
Officials, what we are getting to know from the officials, to the discussion, said that the proposed framework would simplify the goods and service tax into three slabs: 5%, 18%, and 40%. So this would mark a sharp, departure from the current multi-slab system, making the GST more transparent and easier to navigate, for both the businesses and also for the consumers. So as a part of the overhaul, nearly 99% of the items that are currently fall under the 12% GST slab are likely to be shifted to the 5% slab. So similarly, vast majority of the goods presently taxed at 28% could be reclassified into 18% category, and the intention is to ease the tax burden on the common use products while maintaining a higher levy only on the luxury or the harmful products. So if the changes go through, the consumers would witness a notable reduction in prices of the many household essentials and everyday item, the goods which are used in a daily use, such as condensed milk, dry fruits, frozen vegetables, pasta, jams, namkeen, toothpaste, feeding bottles, carpet, umbrellas, bicycles. So these are some things, jute bags and cotton footwear priced below 1,000 are among the products that could see the tax rate drop from 12% to 5%. So that's mean it's a very much relief for the
Yes.
common men.
Mithali Nikore, in fact, economist also with us now. Mithali, these are certain items which we're learning could come into this lowest tax slab of 5%. What do you believe would be used for determining which these items would be?
No, absolutely, Uday. I think, what is very clear is the idea that we have to put the buying power back into the hands of the people. And I think that's the basic economic principle that is underpinning this entire rate rationalization. That at the end of the day, let's bring most consumer goods into the 5% category. Let's bring everyday products, food products, into the 5% category, because that is the category which impacts the everyday grocery bill of common persons like yourself and myself. And the idea is to give relief to the common person, that everything would come into that lowest possible category when it comes to your household, when it comes to your groceries. But the 18% category is largely being looked at for larger purchases, your cars, your electronics, your high value products. Those come into towards the 18% category, and it's only the sin goods which go into that 40% category. And sin goods, of course, I mean, at the end of the day, this is a very progressive taxation regime, as we can see, because the common person, the lowest common denominator, those in the lowest income brackets would stand to benefit the most. And those who are consuming sin goods in large quantities like alcohol especially, and premium products, should be taxed at the highest slab of 40%. And of course, the middle products, for example, entertainment, could come into the 18% category. Some services could come into the 18% category, while other services could come into the 5% category. So I think in the next few months, we're going to see hectic amount of lobbying, across industries for everyone to try and get into that 5% slab. And I think that is really going to be the most interesting news to follow.
Okay, more breaking news, in fact, coming in now. According to reports, the central government has forwarded its proposals to the group of ministers examining